Hello everyone and welcome back to the GH24 News channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the wake of the explosion that tore through Peter Sonny's extension, Michael suffered backs severe enough that he's had to remain sedated ever since, while his family fought over how stylish to treat him. In the end, after waking him for a painful many moments of questioning, Carly and Willow determined that he wanted to head to Germany for the same treatment Ava got. And by the end of the occasion, Carly was boarding an airplane with her son to take him. Luckily, grounded on the Emmy winner's recent interview with Maurice Benard on State of Mind, it doesn't sound like this is a final farewell, just an important demanded step down. Though the actor hasn't participated in the news or talked about it, his father passed down lately. He, however, still hasn't really reused what happened. "We haven't had a burial, we haven't done anything," he explained to Benard. Duell's father failed down in Arizona, and effects happened veritably snappily. "It was weird. Generally, you do a burial for notoriety, and you go over there, you talk. We didn't do a burial. There's no check right now. They cremated his pater." Duell started to explain, before stopping himself in commodity-like unbelief. "This is so weird," he admitted, "because it doesn't feel real. That's the reason why it's hard to talk about this right now. The family hasn't held a service or marked his end, and Duell's been floundering with it since it happened over a month ago. As of State of Mind's taping. I flash back, I was fully by myself when it happened," he recalled to Benard. "Luana and my son, they were in Brazil the day it happened, and I was home. I was just fully by myself, and it was just strange dealing with it alone." The loss tore through him, Duell explained, and he'd no way cried so hard in his life. His father had type 1 diabetes, heart problems, a stopcock that demanded fixing, and a canine suck that had given him sepsis. He'd suffered multiple heart attacks, and Duell had visited him, but also he'd another heart attack when the actor was back in Los Angeles and passed down. Occasionally, father and son would go for many weeks between catching up on the phone. "At first, it was kind of like that," Duell said, growing emotional. "It was like, oh yeah, I haven't talked to him, generally in like 3-4 weeks, occasionally I just pick up the phone, and it's past that mark now. This is the longest I've gone without talking to him. And I just get these arbitrary studies like, he's gone. I want to talk to him about football or catch up, and so it sucks." Duell is, however, heading down to Arizona shortly, and the family is going to do a little commodity to commemorate his father and hopefully give everyone the check they haven't been suitable to feel. But that, the actor admits, is part of the reason why he's stepping back from General Hospital. When Benard asked his television son his biggest fear laterally in the interview, Duell admitted it was unrealized eventuality. The State of Mind host noted that that was presumably part of why Michael's portrayer was leaving. And while he wishes Duell would stay, he understands the exit as he's been talking about stepping back for a while now. "It's not," Duell explained, "him allowing he needs to get the hell out of Day or General Hospital. I realize how possibly blessed I'm to be in this situation," he participated, and on the show as long as I have. "To have so numerous great people that I work with all the time for such a long time. I look at it as it's just taking a step down. We'll see what happens with doing that, but there's lots going on, a lot of changes also in my life. I just want to take some time to perhaps go home for a bit and have Dawson, for a case, be around his horsesons and just be around some family for a while. That's really the biggest thing for him. Heading back home for a while to spend time with family. However, he'll consider them, but he's not leaving to search them out, if other openings crop up." He sat down to talk with administrative patron Frank Valentini about the decision and, as Duell said, he's veritably understanding. "I really admire him and appreciate him for allowing that. The door's open there for me when I'm ready to come back." Both Duell and Benard agreed that Michael's exit was incredibly well done and looked inconceivable. But doing the show for 15 times is like you're on a routine for such a long time. You want just take a step off for a bit, catch your breath and step back on, conceivably, down the line with a different perspective and new respect and everything. Christina Corinthos Davis and Lucky Spencer will partake a toast ahead of Charlie's reopening. Lucky and Christina will agree that when a Spencer and Corinthos platoon over, you simply see Aunt lose. Once the continuing event gets underway, Brick will approach Jordan Ashford's table and ask if the redundant seat is taken. There might be some awkwardness if Jordan is saving that seat for Isaiah Gannon. Still, Isaiah's appearance should be delayed now that Sonny Corinthos has collapsed in his office. Natalia Ramirez will find Sonny in torture and rush to his side on the bottom, so Sonny may push her to shoot for Isaiah. Of course, Sonny really needs to be examined and treated for his heart condition at GH, so Isaiah will press him to head to the sanitarium soon enough. Back with Lucky, he'll catch up with Elizabeth Baldwin as they bandy all the shamefaced Cyrus Renaud suggestions. Liz and Lucky will eventually gain a new perspective, so they may get a step closer to working the fatal pattern and figuring out Cyrus' motives. Cody Bell will also have a meeting with Damian Spinelli and try to drag him into some parlous business, so Spinelli should deal with some alarm bells over this news. We'll prompt Sasha Gilmore Corbin to make sure she doesn't get dragged in over her head, so that could involve enterprises about all the Corinthos and Quartermain chaos. As for Lulu Spencer, she'll clash with Dante Falconeri. It sounds like Dante and Lulu will end up rehashing all the Prague drama, so stay tuned for updates on their attempt to work through the conflict. Lulu will also push Tracy Quartermain to be smart and take the palm. After Lulu finds some way to spin this wily Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos situation, we'll see if Tracy eventually backs down. Anyhow, Jason Morgan will suppose there's a concession that could work for everybody, so he'll pitch an idea to Willow Corinthos and Drew Quartermain at the Sanitarium Tabernacle. Will hopefully be reached, so our prognostications point to Willow reuniting with her children soon. Michael Corinthos successfully converted Sasha Gilmore Corbin to remain in Port Charles, yet she appears displeased with her current situation. The Quartermain manse is filled with prying eyes, and Sasha longs for a further isolated terrain where she can truly feel at home. Michael was eager to buy a new home for Sasha and their soon-to-arrive baby, yet she rejected his offer, valuing her independence. Still, a new occasion might be on the horizon now that Michael is preparing to leave the scene. With Michael not planning to use the gatehouse anytime soon, Sasha made a striking observation about Willow Corinthos no longer being welcome there. Willow, challenging her to really consider her future at the gatehouse, as she misdoubted Willow would be invited back. Willow asserted that her children were her precedents, making that moment feel like a poignant farewell to the home she used to partake with Michael and their family. Sasha might find a fresh launch in the gatehouse, transubstantiating it into her new sanctuary. This arrangement would allow her to remain on the Quartermain estate for work while furnishing a cozy, private haven for her and the baby in the future. Although Michael is presently heavily sedated, there's a chance he could ultimately present the gatehouse to Sasha as a thoughtful farewell gift once he regains his clarity. Monica Quartermain entrusted Michael with opinions about living arrangements, but the geography could shift dramatically following the real-life end of Leslie Charlson, leading to Monica's eventual departure as well. After that, unless Monica changed her will to reflect Jason Morgan rather of Michael, or has him secondary, Tracy Quartermain will no doubt lay claim to the manse. Upcoming spoilers reveal that Jason Morgan is set to fulfill a request from Michael, which will keep him close to Sasha. With both of them abiding on the Quartermain estate, Jason might find himself responsible for watching over her. Although Sasha could be staying at the gatehouse, she'll constantly be in the main house, especially in the kitchen for her culinary liabilities. This arrangement will make it easy for Jason to keep tabs on her while recognizing Michael's wishes. As time goes on, there's a chance that sparks could fly between Sasha and Jason, so keep an eye out for any romantic developments ahead.